welcome back to Barney and Homestead. In today's video, we want to share with you a little bit of a blast from our past and share with you our biggest home renovation project that we have ever done. No, it's not the cabin build that we're currently working on, but it was our last home, and the finished product turned out way nicer than we could have imagined at the beginning. And we want to show you through all of the before and after pictures, so you're going to want to stick around for that. In 2013, we actually had friends and family and even strangers laugh at us and tell us, why would you ever move from beautiful southern BC to northern BC? Well, that's a very long story, but in actuality, we tried to buy 7 places down south, and every one of the deals fell through. And our realtor finally said to us, she became a good friend, and she said to us in the end, I don't think God wants you to live in the south anymore. Well, that is what God was telling us also. So we began our prayers and we asked God, where do you want us to go? Because clearly 7 places falling through, that was very unusual. I think for most people it was for us. And so when we spoke to our son just a few days later on Sabbath, he said, oh, hey, I had a dream. In fact, we did ask God to give one of us a dream. And our son phoned and he said, I had a dream that you guys bought a really old beat up house on a quarter section of land in northern BC. And he even was given the specific area. And I was kind of horrified, I'm not going to lie. And I just said, that's not a dream, that's a nightmare. Well, we followed God's leading, and I was kind of dragging my heels, I'm not going to lie, but we made a few trips north. That's all it took for him to show us where he wanted us to go. In fact, what was to be our new home, it was the very first place someone had told us about, and we looked at it and we just turned our head the other way and kept on driving. It was a real fixer-upper, and I honestly didn't think I had it in me to do the work that was going to be required for that. But God had a plan, and he moved us north. And the lessons that we learned in that place on that build, those aren't lessons that you can learn in school. The previous owner was a widow, and so the place had become overgrown and very run down, and we don't hold that against her at all. But she had lived there for 40 years, and it was time for her to move to town. We moved 3 sea cans with all our stuff from the south, plus we purchased an older backhoe to bring with us as well. Barney said, there's no way we can buy that place without owning a backhoe. As you see the pictures, you'll understand why. Every shed was full of stuff, and all needed either to be torn down or need a major fixing. Most of the outbuildings were crooked, and even the power pole was crooked. This red and white building was Barney's new shop, but it too needed some major attention. We really had our work cut out for us. With the house itself, we knew we needed our wood stove to be hooked up, and Barney was insistent that we replace the large picture window in the living room and replace it with some updated windows that kept the cold out. We were told by locals that snow always comes by the end of October. Well, our possession date was October 30th. That didn't leave us a whole lot of time to get those 2 majors done, but God held off the snow until Barney was coming off the roof with completing the chimney. Our daughter actually called us the next day and said, since we got 6 inches of fresh snow this morning, I trust the chimney is installed? And it was. Before the sheds could be taken down the following spring, they all had to be emptied and sorted. We were looking for scrap metals, anything that might still be good, and garbage. So there was lots of piles. Tires were scattered all over. This is just a small amount shown here that we took to a local transfer station. They allowed you to take them there to be recycled, so that was a real blessing for us. There were actually 212 tires in the end. We counted them all. It was Sandy's job while Barney was at work to deliver and unload the tires that he had previously loaded for me. The scrap metal pile, it really began to grow and grow. It was shocking how big it got. We did find many old treasures, one being this door off an old 1813 threshing machine. We ended up selling the door, unfortunately. We kind of wish we hadn't on that one, but it was really cool. From as early spring as we could start in 2014 until we had the first snows in December that year, we worked on scrap. There ended up being 5 semi-truck loads, which worked out to almost 100 tons of scrap metal that came off this place. The price of metal that year, or at that time, was at its peak, and so it was the highest it had been in years and years. So again, we were blessed by God. And with that money, we were able to pay for a new roof and more rental projects. Let's just take a quick look at what the house looked like before we did renovations. This is the entryway with the entry door on the left. The kitchen and dining area are already under construction as we had removed a couple of walls in these pictures. The living room was a nice big room, but we wanted it to be a bit more cozy, so we took 6 feet from the far end to make a large walk-in closet for the master bedroom. The hardwood we reused in the guest bedroom, and that is the window we replaced the first winter we lived here. This is the hallway that led to the bathroom, the side closets, and a second bedroom. This is the other end of the hallway that led to the master bedroom. The master bedroom had one closet and a second closet that housed the toilet and sink for an ensuite. It was pretty small. Before we show you the after pictures, we wanted you to experience the beauty of the north because it really is gorgeous here. The winter sun sets in the southwest, but also notice what these trees and shrubs look like. Before springtime, Barney just couldn't handle looking at those trees any longer, and he went and got his favorite trimming tool, his power saw, and he got to work. We ended up taking 17 pickup box loads of debris off this yard that winter and the following spring, and it just got it back to basics so we could see what we had to work with. Although it did look as if our trees and hedges had been butchered, they handled the pruning just fine. And within a few years, our yard was really pretty. This is a flowering crabapple tree. It took about 2 years to come back after its pruning, but on that second year, it just took off and bloomed like crazy. Well, the crooked pole got straightened back up and the crooked shed was removed, and in its place, Barney fixed the driveway and put in a parking pad complete with a hitching rail to plug our vehicles in the wintertime, and all the electrical he put underground. The original siding was pop bottle stucco. We removed that and hired a man to help Barney put on the cement board siding. The original entryway door came in on the right side of the building. We moved the door to enter in the center, away from falling snow and rain, and put a new window in beside it. Before we moved the exterior door, we knew we needed to move the staircase, which leads to the basement. We hired the same man to help move the stairs to the far side of the room. That was a really big job. We're just going to let the photos speak for themselves as you look at the interior before and after pictures. Oh, I just wanted to let you know that we took the old boards off the shed, sanded and finished them, then put them in our living room. We wanted that old square log house feel with this wall, and I think we accomplished that. With a master ensuite, we converted what was a third bedroom into a bathroom, a hallway to make a back door fire escape, and a large storage closet, which I unfortunately don't have any pictures of those. After looking at those 7 homes prior to us being led here, this property was the 8th place that God wanted us to make and call our home. Just a little interesting note is that the house number is 1016. When you add those numbers up, 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 6, that adds up to 8. I just thought this was so cool. The number 8 in Hebrew means new beginnings. That is why we called our new home New Beginnings. I can't tell you how many new beginnings we've had since we've come here. So that was the completed renovation. It felt like a build, but it was a labor of love in the end, and we both really loved it there. In fact, we took a lot of the principles that we learned there, the decorating and everything, and we applied them to our cabin here because we really, really did like that. We hope that in life, when God closes doors, you will not try to open them because it's not worth your while. That's what we really learned, I think, mostly not to grumble and complain about what we didn't want, but where we ended up, and learn to love the situation that you're in, because that is what we did. We learned to love the North. We love our neighbors, and even winter is so much more beautiful here than in the South. Surprisingly, I would never thought I would have said that. But so we thank you for joining us today and seeing a little blast from our past. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now. God bless you all. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe.